wasn't expecting to get that. I think I better quit while I'm ahead. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to another video. What are we up to today? Well, we're back at Aston Barclay, we're at the auction, but we're not actually going into a sale today. We're just here to pick up some vehicles that we've won at auction. I've got quite a few vehicles here now and I need to get them shifted and back down to the car pitch and try and look to get them on sale, hopefully. So we won a few vehicles at the last auction video you saw. You can see that in part 1 and part 2 in the link description. But we also went the following week and we had a bit more luck. Now, I didn't unfortunately film that sale, but we did obviously win cars. I think we won 4 in the end, and all 4 of those cars are here today. So we're going to have a look around those. I've also got a couple other bits here as well. So we're going to have a bit of a mooch about, get these cars out, weigh up which one we're going to drive back in. We're going to drive back in one today and then come back for the rest later on with the truck and pick up the old works vehicle. So that's the plan. So let's go and have a look at my latest purchases and have a bit of a chat about what we've won. Right, we're in. I've got me bag of goodies. But we need to go and find these cars. I've got 3 keys so far. We'll get these 3 out, but we'll probably no doubt find the others along the way. So the ones we're looking for, we got a Mazda 3, a Dacia Sandero, beautiful. I own a Vauxhall Astra, an old Vauxhall Astra, a very clean one. We've also got a Qashqai here somewhere, and also we've got a Hyundai i10, which we're not picking up today because I've left the key stupidly. It looks Suzuki as well, from memory. I think we've got one of those there. In fact, I can see the Suzuki. I'll show you the Suzuki. We'll have a look at this, but I'm not probably going to get this out today. But we'll probably have a look at it when it gets back to the pitch in another video. This is a little Suzuki SX4. I was quite pleased I bought this because I've not had one on the pitch, although I have sold 1 or 2 in the past. Now, quite a little small crossover, 1.6 petrol. I think you're only about 90, if I remember rightly. Can you still see the bolt? Yeah, done 90,000, 1.6 petrol, 5-door. I quite like these. They don't usually give too many problems. I've seen the odd one with steering at faults, notchy steering, but easily rectifiable. Yeah, nice little things. And the practical car, I wouldn't say they fly out the door, but it's a little bit different, something different, and you play it safe with Suzuki. They're usually pretty decent. And I say it's not a bad little car, that's cost me just over £1,000 out the door. So it would have been just shy of about 800 quid. This market would have been roughly 850. Shove some fees on it. We're about £1,050, I think, out the door with all the bits and bobs on it. It probably looks like a 21.95 car with a little bit of love, maybe 22.95 from what I've seen. But something different for the pitch. And as I said, I've not really had a bad one since I've been dealing with these over the last few years. Right, so let's go see what else we've got. We'll be getting out today. This next one, we're getting this one out in a minute, but I've just seen the other car as well, a few doors down, so we'll just do a quick run round these. So this is the Astra we bought. Now, I do like an old Astra H. I prefer them to the Astra J personally, because they just seem to be a little bit less temperamental. The engines are pretty much the same, but it's just the trim bits and a few other little electrical things on the later ones that just sort of annoy me a little. And these are really easy to get out the door, they're sensible money. I said this one's pretty clean on 06. It's a 1.6 petrol. I will buy a 1.4, but you have to be careful because they're chain driven, they can be noisy. This is an 06, so it may even have the earlier engine in it, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll have a look in a sec. But it's a clean old thing, that is, for an 06 plate. And it had some strong bidding on it, but we got it in the end. It's cost me just about 725 quid. So I must have given around the 6 mark for it, or just shy of that, 5.5, somewhere around there, out the door. Which, you know, for an 06 Astra, I was buying it in the trade, probably a little bit overbook, but it's clean. It's a clean car. It doesn't need any paint doing to it. Just got to rectify those plastic trim bits, which we seem to be doing a lot on Astras, but we can sort them out. Mileage is not, you can't see it, the screen stickers all faded away. But we'll have a quick look inside before we move on to the next one. Central lock-in, works, good sign. There we go, it's on 83,000 miles. Nice old thing. To see if it starts. Oh, never in doubt. A little bit of a hesitation from the starter then, like it was a bit sticking, but that's not the end of the world. Even got 1/4 tank of petrol in it, so that's having a bearing on the decision whether we take this one back. Pop the bonnet, just check the usual stuff. Very clean, this is very clean. Got a bit of history as well. Nice old thing, and I do like a nice old Astra. They always get sort of forgotten a bit, the Astra, over their Focus, but they are a cracking car if you get an half decent one. and you can fix these for very little money. Fresh coolant in it, blue coolant. I'm not sure that's the right coolant for it. I'll have to check that. I might have to change that. I'm not sure you can put blue coolant in these. You have to make sure you got the right one, or it can erode your pipes. We've got water in it. We've got oil in it. That's that one. We've then got this Mazda 3. Now, I was quite pleased I bought this, because this was under book. Seriously under book. 61 plate, Mazda 3. This is effectively a Ford Focus underneath, because they are based on a Ford Focus. In grey. It's a 1.6 petrol. They don't share the same engines, although they do share the same suspension setup. So it's got Ford underneath, but they do use their own engines. So it's got a Mazda engine in. Not that there's anything wrong with the Ford 1.6, to be honest with you. It won't make a difference. The only bit I can find is a little tiny blister there, which probably, we'll soon be able to get the buff it up and get the rust off, but we'll be left with a blister. Probably not going to go to a length of paint that. I think it'll just tidy up and we'll get away with it. Just price it sensibly. A little bit there wants touching in, but other than that, the bodywork is pretty decent. Now, in fairness, we've got a bit of dealer's mist on it, so that is probably hiding all the little tiny imperfections. But there's no nasty dents or big scratches or anything that's going to worry us about. I think this is a car that's not going to end up in the paint man's hands, which is always a bonus, because it's expensive when you have to send stuff to the paint man. Wheels are a little bit corroded. Maybe we might address them. I don't know. I'll weigh them up when we get back. I might get them painted, maybe, just to smarten them up. But the retail on this is really strong. It's like retailing at like nearly £3,500. I'll give you some context of what we paid for it. Oh, it's beautiful inside. 5-speed manual. To give you some context of price, this is cost us, I think this is coming at about 1,450 quid-ish mark from memory. I'll put the price in here. It was under book anyway, way under book. And I can't really unsee why, because there's nothing really hanging about it. The book retail price on it's about £3,500 or just over, which I think's incredible. But, you know, how am I to argue? I think it's probably going to be less than that for me. But we will need to do probably a little bit of work. You know, if we're going to get top money for it, we probably are going to have to sort these wheels out. And we just don't know yet until we actually drive it down the road if there is anything lurking. It had a green report on it, so we're not expecting any major issues, but that doesn't mean there won't be. Done 75,000 miles, it's right side of the mileage. Fires straight into life, never in doubt. Nice thing. I do like a Mazda. Windows working, yeah, they're all working. Let's pop bonnet, shall we? Oh yes, the old double overhead cam engine there, chain driven. Good old bus, good engine. Yep, sounds sweet as a nut really. Quick clean under there, not really much to worry about. Bit of a service. Quite pleased with that. That's a proper retail car for me, that is. Look at them wheels, the more I keep looking at them, the more I'm going to have them painted, I think, because they are annoying me now. They are really rusty and horrible. Right, so that's that one. Let's go and find the Dacia. Now the next one is the bargain of the lot, this Dacia. I'm going to talk to you about that in a sec. I've just spotted my little Hyundai i10. Now we saw this actually on the last auction video, so those of you who have been a bit eager-eyed who have seen this before, I've forgotten the key for this one, so we can't get this out today. But this is the little Cat N one we bought. 5-door, i10, 1.2 petrol. In fairness, they're all 5-door. In white. Probably gave 150 quid too much for it. But it's a clean old thing. I've sold a few i10s recently. It's priced sensibly, it will sell. There's not fortunes in it. There's not a lot of money in it, to be honest with you. So we are banking a little bit that hopefully it drives all right. It's done about 80, is it 88 thou or 86 thou, something like that. 88 thou. Clean report on it. Can't see where it's been damaged or anything like that. It looks pretty decent. A little bit flat on the paint all over. I think that's just age. It's nothing to do with any previous damage. Just wants to buff up, but it'll make a cheapie. You know, if you can sell that, usually trouble free. Looks like £24.95. We'd give about 16-ish for it with all the fees and stuff on it. It's like I said, slightly over what we want to pay. You know, we will have to spend money on it as well. So, you know, you're not going to be making 800-900 quid on it, but even if you get 500 or 600 quid, you know, it's better than a loss, I suppose, isn't it? And you make a good car at the end of it, and we do sell these pretty well. So yeah, that's not a bad one. I wouldn't say it's a bargain, but you know, it's a bit of stock at the end of the day, and it's a nice old thing on a 62 plate. If that was on the register, it'd be a £3,500 retail car, or 32.95, somewhere around there. knock about 20% off for Cat N. That is rough, but that's roughly what people do in the trade, knock about 20% off. Obviously you have to use your initiative a bit and a bit of common sense, but that's roughly where it would be at. I don't think we'd find any for less than that sort of money with that mileage on, so I think that will probably, hopefully will sell. Anyway, so Range Rovers, a couple of Range Rovers there, some big Jags. Ooh, dear. As they're standing there now, they're depreciating, hemorrhaging money they are. Where's this Dacia? Now I'm really chuffed for this. This is my bargain of the day. Hopefully it's all right, because I'll be look a fool in a minute if I get this wrong. But this little Dacia Sandero, which I bought one or two of these since I've been at the car pitch. This is a 2015 1.5 diesel, but I can't find it for love of the money. Where is it? Ah, I found it. There she is. Ooh, XKR there. The Jag, beautiful. Here it is. 2015 Dacia Sandero 1.5 DCI. Now, I'm a buyer usually of 1.5 DCIs, ideally 1.2 petrols. The 1.2 petrols are least problematic. Now, there's nothing wrong with a 1.5 DCI. I'm not putting them as unreliable, but modern diesels just can be unreliable in nature, so you're probably better off with a 1.2 petrol, plus a 1.2 petrol will be ULEZ compliant. I think this is just missed out on Euro 6, which is a shame, because if that was Euro 6, man, you probably would have done more money. I gave £2,150 out the door for that car. It was about 1,900 quid, so it's 2,150. I'm over the moon with it. Absolutely over the moon with it. For a 15 plate car, it's not that mileagey for a diesel. So we've done 77,000, and it's one owner from new. One owner. That has got 3995 written all over it. Nice colour. Wants a little touch up here on the corner, which I will have done. I'll have it touched in. It needs to be on a 15 plate. I like the 1.5 DCI engine. It's a Renault Clio engine, or Renault engine. It's been not just using the Clio. It first started in the Clio, but it ended up in a few Renault products, and it's even in some Mercedes as well. Good little engine, £35 road tax on them. Okay, nice inside. Obviously wants a valet. Just notice about Dacias, they do get a bit of wear on the steering wheel. You can rectify. We have repaired one once, but just wants a valet. They just. Obviously these trims in these, obviously built to a price. These probably would have been, it's on a 15 plate, this would have been probably £7,995, 8,200, somewhere around there, new. So it's not a great deal of money. It's only an ambient, so it's not a great spec one. It's in the middle of the road. Obviously just wants a valet really, and just a bit of a tidy up. 77 foul, like I said there. We've got the stereo, which you don't get on a base model. Colour-coded bumpers, which you don't get on a base model. Let's see if she fires up. Oh, quarter tank of diesel. Beautiful. Oh, look at that, never in doubt. She smoky? No smoke? I think that's a proper bargain, that, for a 15 plate car. Beautiful. Right. Let's, I think we'll pull this one out, to be fair, now we're in it. Let's turn that stereo off, we know that works at least. Got the back manual pack in there, we'll go through that in a minute. See how this goes. Yeah, I like these little 1.5 diesels. They're just about right for what you need for a diesel. Now, sadly, like I said, it's not Euro 6 compliant, which is a real shame, but I probably wouldn't have bought it if it was Euro 6 compliant. I think the onliners would have probably gazumped me for it, because this in London in Euro 6 would be an absolute beautiful car to have. Like I say, dead efficient, run it round. No ULEZ to pay. You can get 50, 60 to the gallon out of them. 35 quid tax, it's got everything, and it's cheap as well, but sadly, it's not to be. It's just on the cusp, we would say. But it's a cheap car for someone else. If you're not in the ULEZ area, ideal, cheap bit of motoring. And they drive all right, these. People slate them, the Dacias. I think they're really good. They're just a basic car, does the job, big and practical. Right, anyway, we'll get this out now, and then we'll go and retrieve one of the other vehicles. Andy's about to have a shout at me, I think. How are we doing, Andrew?
Having a nice day.
I'm having a lovely day. How are you, Andy?
Oh, we're fantastic.
Good. How was your holiday?
Very nice holiday.
Good.
I must go again.
Well, you must. You need to get away from things.
Right, have a lovely day, sir.
I'm back in a minute. I've got to get a few more out. Right, while we're walking back, we'll have a quick talk about today's channel sponsor. Of course, our good friends from Vehicle Score. Now, those guys, if you haven't checked them out before, Vehicle Score is a free vehicle checking service. You go to vehiclescore.co.uk, type in your reg, it's completely free, and you can get basically a free score, but like a credit score for your vehicle. It's unique to your car. sort of basically based on your MOT history, the mileage history, etc. And it gives you a unique score you can compare to the average score on their database. Loads of free information as well, such as all about the vehicle history, all about the vehicle data. You've got estimated lifespan of the car. It gives you a valuation, gives you common faults. It's a brilliant free tool to use to help you make a choice when buying a car. And also they do their checks as well, some of the most best competitive prices out there, and they are super important, these checks. Making sure you haven't got anything like you've never been in a salvage auction, unrecorded write-offs, which is really common. So that's when the insurance companies basically don't get involved. So you have a car that's had an accident, doesn't go through the insurance company, they still can end up in salvage auctions and being resold on, being fixed and put back on the road. So it's important you get that check done. Standard HPI won't cover that. That's one of the vehicle scores, little party tricks, making sure your car hasn't been involved in a salvage auction and been unrecorded. It's really common, I'm afraid. Also does a general check as well for HPI, make sure it hasn't been on the register, Cat N or Cat S, any outstanding finance, make sure it's not been used as a taxi, imported or exported, stolen, everything you need to check when buying a new car. And best of all, guys, you get a discount. Car UK viewers get 15% off by using our promo code CARUK15. The prices are brilliant anyway, but type that code in and you get another 15% off, so what's not to like? But like I said, the basic service is completely free to use, so just get yourself over to vehiclescore.co.uk, give them a try, guys, and see what you think. Right, get the next one out. Alright, that Dacia, quite pleased with it. Might be the one I'll go home in. The only thing I've noticed on it so far, I'm pulling out the gate, key central lockings needs attention. It's not working on the key, but it's a very basic system on those Dacias, so I ain't getting too worried about that. I think we'll get the Astra out next. We're going to get 2 out, I think. I was going to get 3 out, but I'll get 2 out. Take 1 home, come back later on in the truck. I've got to pick my car up as well, so, or the works car, and probably pick the rest up the other day, but at least we've seen them. Let's see what this Astra's like. Might even go have a little nose in the auction in a minute. I wasn't planning on staying for the auction today, but won't harm us, we'll let nipping in for 10 minutes. Plus, if I nip in, we can get a breakfast voucher, which is always a bonus. It's again full of fuel. I tell you what, I'm doing well with fuel on these cars lately. Usually I would get a car, that starter motor wants attention. Usually I get a car and they've got nothing in them. I had to bring a can of fuel or get to the petrol station, bit of fuel roulette. But they're not on this occasion. Let's try that again. It did sound a little bit, it's almost like the starter motor was not quite engaged and sticking properly. I don't know, it's a combination of the starter motor being a bit tricky and you suffer with crank sensor faults, these. Always Andy's changed the crank sensor on him. No, that started a bit better then. What I think I'll probably do, definitely want to start it because you can hear it sticking. What we might do is get a starter for this, put a starter motor on it. Obviously we've got to check the rest of the car out first, it could be a nail. But if it's okay, put a starter motor on it and probably see how it is then, maybe a crank sensor, because the older engines, the Ecotechs, were quite common for crank sensors, and they don't cost a lot of money. So it's probably never been changed, and it does make a difference, you know, when you change a crank sensor on an old car. It seems okay, actually. No, clutch is nice. Second gear, nice, yeah. Seems to be pulling all right. Got a few little rattles underneath, but on the front, usually on these drop links, arms and stuff, but they don't phase us, they're dead cheap, these. It's really clean, this, you know. Other than a little basic valet, it ain't that bad. Anyway, let's get it pulled outside. Right, pull up, we're all right. This road behind me is so noisy. So far, quite pleased with that. But the proof will be on the test drive when we get it back later. But there's nothing sort of really worrying me. It looks a really well looked after car. On an 06 plate, they're usually a bit shabby than that. So yeah, we expect to throw a bit of money at it. We'll see when we get it back in the workshop. I think that could be a 1750 car, 1695, somewhere around there. Really nice, honest family car for someone. I was just need to sort that, get it started a bit better. But we're not too concerned about that. They're pretty simplistic engines then. Right, I've changed my mind. I keep changing my mind today. I was going to leave this one in here, but I thought we'd better put it on the car park because we'll get shouted at by the gate man. Mazda. So far, I've had 2 good cars. So this one, third time looking, all that should be absolutely perfect. The more I keep looking at them wheels, I'm getting depressed. They are really bad. I'm going to ring the wheelman when I get back, because the rest of the car's actually decent, and we can't put that. We could put it on sale with rusty wheels, but why would we? It's not a great deal of money to have them painted. So we'll get them sorted, I think. I'll bite the bullet. I have to spend a bit of money. Christmas is coming up, I'm having to spend money. Unbelievable. Oh, I like these Mazdas. We had a Mazda 2 recently, which we actually sold to a subscriber, and it was brilliant. Far better than the Ford equivalent Fiesta. Now these aren't nowhere near as popular as a Focus, but I've driven a couple of these and I quite like these. I think they're really nice alternative, and I'm always a man for that. I like an alternative. I'm not always necessarily one who wants something mainstream. Oh, hang on. Cut that conversation short there, but we've got a little bit of a, I think we've got a bit of a brake bind. Yeah, they've got a bit of brake squeal. I think the pads and discs, you can hear them as well. Bit gummed up. We might need some brakes on this. So let's just get a bit of speed up and throw the old anchors on. Oh yeah, definitely can hear something. Oh yeah. We'll just put it in first, see if we can roll off now and then let go. We are coming to a standstill very quickly. So we've got a bit of brake bind. So I think this is going to be one for the truck, to be honest, because I don't want to start driving this one back. But, you know, I'm not worried about brakes. If we have to put calipers on it or whatever, and disc and pads, that's completely normal. And we've got plenty of money in this to basically throw at, so I'm not getting too worried yet. The rest of it, the most important bits, the expensive bits, the engine, the gearbox, I'm going through the gears now, 4th, 5th, they're all engaging fine. We've got a nice clutch bite. The engine's revving happily. We've not got no engine lights on or warning lights come on yet, so I'm quite happy with this so far. So we'll park this one up. I think we'll go get some breakfast, and then we'll go. I will stay for the auction, but not very long, guys, because I need to get back. Right, that's that one parked up. Central locking work. Oh, it does work. Yep, it works. A bit worried then. So right, it's okay. Once brakes doing on it. State of them wheels. Oh god, I see. Start looking at them wheels. Them back ones don't look that bad, the disc, but the front ones, as in they've got lip on them, they've got a bit of a lip on them, and you can just tell they're really, really rough. So they just want stripping and cleaning, really, to be honest. It'll be a good effort as well. We get all them wheels off, get it on the ramp, do all the brakes, send the wheels away, leave it on the ramp for a day or two, and then, or maybe just put it on axle stands would be easier, wouldn't it, I suppose, and get it sent away, get them done. Let's get it right. But I'm pleased with it so far, and that was a cheap car, that was so cheap. So we'll leave that one there to mull under that tree. A bit of tree sap on it. That'd be nice for us. I used to leave cars in that spot there. That was a good spot of mine. But I left a Hyundai i30 there once. In fairness, I left it a bit too long. It was my own fault. But yeah, it left that long that a mouse decided to live in it and then chewed all my wiring up. Cheeky sod. Right, guys, I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm going to go get myself a breakfast voucher, have a bit of a sit down, have a brew, and then we'll have a quick look at the first few lots. There's a few bits in. There's a Clio in, I've seen, and there's a Tina Safira, so we'll have a look at them. We're not staying too long. We'll do a bit of auction content, and I'll get myself back to the pitch with these new cars we picked up. Right, I've had my breakfast. Auction starting, let's get ourselves in there.
Yep, that was it. There we go. So, right, you know to do chaps talking outside something, you did the rest. 50 was there, £300 online, 50 in the room, 40 to 50's in the room, 40 to 50, £400 online, 50 wide right here, the hammer's coming down.
It'll look lovely online. It'll look lovely online, that Clio.
Last call, £500 online. Do you want a smaller one? £500, he says no. £500 online, yes or no?
They ain't seeing that door online, are they?
Twice, and now a bit of £500. Morning everyone, welcome to 3 someone's been up, this is the one that history of the Bible,
almost £700 that.
You know.
It will be if you get it online.
Bargain, that isn't it?
11 in the room, 11 about 12 online, 12 about 13 room, on sale, 14 room, 15 room, 15 at about 1,000, about 16, 16 at about 1,000, about 17, 17 at about 17, 15, 18. Says now, 18 at about 18 months, 15, 18, 15, 19, 19 at about 19, 19, 15, 19, 15, 1950. Once, twice, 1950. And number 4, the limited on this one, the Million Alex 20. This is the limited edition, bringing it on the 11 plate. The new cheap big morning miles. History's in, so to speak, is definitely there, chaps. Lots and lots of history with that one. And on the 1, 2, 3 door. There we go, so I'm going to be round about that. 3, 3, 3. From the bit, 4, 4 to 4, 5, 5 to 5, 5 to 5, 6, 6 bid, 7 to bid, 7 online, 7 under, 8 in the river soul, 8 bid, 8 800 bid, 8, yes or no, 800 bid, beer in the cap, 50 online, 850 bid, same option, 850 bid, 850, 850 bid, let's say it away with Joseph, 850 bid, last go, doubles up, 9 fresh running in the room, 9 bid, we see bid, 9, 50 on the net with Joseph, number 50 bid, number 50, 950, number 50, number 50, number 50 bid, on the tail, number 50 once, 950 on the net, going twice and number 1,000 online, coming out from down into the last minute, 8,000 pound, 1,000 pound, Nicky Joe, 1,000 number bid, going once, twice, and number bid in the bag, sound.
Cheap compared to the
and number 6, it is cheap.
I wasn't expecting to get that. I think I better quit while I'm ahead.
Around 60,000.
Right, let's get out of here, get out of the noise. Going back in the days here. Yes, never in doubt. Right guys, so I hope you enjoyed that bit of a vlog there. Covered a few bits, got the cars out, or the main ones out we need. We'll come back later for the rest of them as well, get them on the pitch and go through them, so I can obviously keep you updated on those purchases. And of course we also won one as well at Safira at the end there at the auction. Say we didn't do too well on the first few bits that went through, didn't get anywhere near on the little Clio, that went for stupid money, and had a dodgy door as well. Driver's door was all crazy paved, so whoever bought that online's in for a bit of a shock. But yeah, and a few other little bits after that were not great, but Safira won that. I was expecting to pay 1,100 quid for that average. It was coming in at 1250 average, and it was average. It needs about 300 pounds of bit of paint on it, quarter, a little bit of a corner, etc. A few bits want dotting in, but 800 quidish mark I think it was. Really pleased with that, really pleased. So that's a bargain, so I'm quite pleased with that. So it's all in all, it's been a successful morning. So we'll get ourselves back to the car pitch now and crack on with the day. So thank you for watching this video guys. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to the channel, and also check out our sponsor Vehicle Score at vehiclescore.co.uk. It's free to use, and if you need one of the paid checks, which I would highly recommend, type in CarUK15 to get your discount. I'll see you all guys in the next video.